All right, what are we looking at right now, you guys?
Well, Stacy, this is our trial gardens up in Litchfield, Michigan. The way that we really determine what plants to bring to you guys here on QVC is we actually test grow 3,000 to 5,000 different kinds of plants every single year. During the course of the summer, we watch how they grow, how their garden performance is, we rate them, and at the end of the season, we're able to determine exactly what were the best garden performers and what we should bring here to QVC.
Wow, that's amazing. All right, well, let's get started here with your 4-piece Lamium plant.
I love it.
Wow, these are so good for ground covers, especially for shady areas.
Yes.
Your item number M89802. You're bringing home this 4-piece set. You're getting 2 pink and 2 purple for $29.98. These are lovely, and they're going to grow throughout the summer.
Yeah.
But what's really cool is that they thrive in the shade, right?
That's huge. It's really hard to find high garden quality ground covers for the shady areas around our homes. That's why I love this Lamium collection. This is my number one choice for adding beautiful ground covers to those shady areas. Number one, because it has this beautiful silvery foliage that will absolutely illuminate those shady areas, and then you get these beautiful flowers in both purple and pink throughout the summertime, and these remain semi-evergreen all year round, so you're always enjoying some beauty in your gardens, in particular in those shady nooks and crannies.
I was just thinking, I have a large tree in my yard, and right now it's just a lot of mulch. It's not very exciting. This would be perfect under that shady area.
Absolutely. I love to put these under some of our large trees. I love combining it with some of my other favorite shade growing plants like coral bells or foxgloves, azaleas, or even peonies. This is a plant that I have actually planted I have a little peony garden in my yard. I have about 10 peonies that I grow every year. And this is the ground cover that I plant in between each and every one of those peonies. So in the springtime, when the peonies are in bloom and the Lamium is just covering the ground with its bright silvery foliage, it creates this wonderful, magical masterpiece in the garden, and it's so effortless. It's so easy to grow. It just will continue to bring you beauty year after year after year because this is a thoroughly winter hardy perennial.
Now, in addition to all that magic and beauty, these also help to keep weeds away.
Absolutely.
That's really important. We need all the help we can get when it comes to weeds.
It certainly does. And the reason is because you can see it has this really nice, thick, dense growth. There's no space for weeds to grow. Weeds will only grow if they're given sunlight and space in the ground to actually grow. So if you actually cover those areas with beautiful plants like this Lamium with this thick, dense growth, there's no way weeds can ever grow or thrive. But not only is it going to keep the weeds away, it's also going to help to replace the mulch, because why would you need mulch when you have your entire garden beds covered with beautiful plant life?
I would rather have these beautiful plants than all that mulch.
Me
it's
too.
just so boring. It's the
so
same old,
boring.
same old. This
Thank
is
you
such
for saying
a
it.
great way to liven up those spaces.
Yes.
So how do these arrive?
Yeah, so in my hand, what I have is one of the plants that we'll ship out to you guys to your homes free of charge. And we've done away with the plastic. What we use are these biodegradable LE pots, which are super easy to plant, and they're actually much better for the plant's root systems because as soon as you plant them, they'll automatically just start growing. Now, each one of your plants is going to grow about 3 feet around, so you can understand that one collection is going to cover like 10 to 12 square feet. Yeah, so that's huge.
It is huge.
But
now, please go ahead.
I was just going to say, even still, once you start to recognize how much gorgeous space this will cover in your shady gardens, most gardeners will decide getting 3 or 4 collections is definitely the smart way to garden with them.
And I love the mixture of the pink and the purple. These colors are just so delightful and perfect for the spring season.
They absolutely are. These will be blooming right towards the end of spring and into the early summertime for about a month. But then you'll continue to have these beautiful silver leaves, which have a wonderful herbal fragrance, which I love, and actually the deer hate. So I like it, the deer hate it, that works for me.
Yeah, I have those beautiful yet pesky creatures in my backyard, and they can go through your plants really fast. So that's great to know. Now, what about the care? Because we're talking about how these thrive in shade, whether it's wet or dry, what do you have to do to keep them flourishing in this way? Anything in particular?
Well, you brought up a very great point that these are going to thrive in your shady gardens in both dry shade and moist shade. And for all of us gardeners at home, you know that's a very important thing to note. It can be very challenging to find plants that will thrive in the dry shade. This is one of them. And you can see in these images how dense that growth will be. Imagine planting this as a ground cover around some of your other favorite shady plants. Things like aqualegia, things like foxgloves, azaleas, even peonies. This is the most wonderful ground cover for those shady areas to really create a harmonized energy in the garden. And it's going to really illuminate those shady areas with its bright silvery foliage and then those gorgeous richly colored blooms.
Wow. Almost 200 orders have been placed since we started our conversation, and our friends are listening to you. They are picking up more than one to cover more space in their homes. Can you walk us through your warranty, please?
Absolutely. You know, we want to make sure you guys are growing happily. That's why we're going to always assure your satisfaction and success for perennials like this Lamium for 1 year, and then annuals and tropicals for 90 days from the time of shipment. So if for some reason your results don't match your expectations, just give us a call.
Your item number once more, M89802. Don't forget you're getting 4 pieces here, and you're bringing them home for $29.98. 2 pink, 2 purple. Wow, what beautiful ground coverage. Now, throughout our show, don't forget to pick up